What's growing on YouTube gardeners? Let me introduce you to my patio banana. Now, yeah, she's a newie for me, and this year I will be bringing my banana in the house to try to keep it healthy during the winter, and hopefully get some bananas off this one. And what I got growing on right here, guys, is some zucchini and some squash. I mean, not squash, okra plants that I'm going to get out. And this is my stevia plant from last year, and she's doing really well. I will say it's time for me to cut her top and start new plants. I hadn't tried making a tincture out of these yet, but you can take these leaves if it's your thing and eat them just like this. They are very sweet. And my friend, I'm gonna take a bite. My friend enjoyed these tossed in his salad because he likes a sweet twist to his salad. So that's what I did last year. And right here I got some corn that I need to get out. That's what I got started. And now that it's stopped raining, I'll be working on this sweetheart here. This is an eggplant, and I've never grown eggplant before, like I said in my last video. I hope this is picking up on the camera. It is a little blurry. Let's see. There we go. Shaku. But at any rate, she has another flower coming on right here. You guys, the flowers are so pretty. And I don't know if you guys can tell that she is leaning a little bit, but I'm trying to get around here to get a better shot of this eggplant. Wow, look at that. And I think it said when I looked it up that it's supposed to grow, meaning the eggplant, like 12 inches or so. So I'm gonna have to get her staked up because that's not good. This box here has potatoes in it, and I don't have my gloves on right now, so I'm gonna be digging in here and seeing if I even produced any, because I didn't think the frost killed it, and then all this came back up. So I don't know what's gonna be in there. I'll definitely take a picture and show you guys. Right here are the potato slips that I started from a sweet potato. And what I done was took a potato, sweet potato, stuck it in the soil. Once it grew the sprouts, I just cut the sprouts off, or the slits people call them. And then I stuck the slits directly in the soil. And this is the loveliness it's giving me. This right here is my patio tomato. Never grown them before, and I decided to give it a try. It's kind of mini. It's a small plant. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but as you see, it is producing, so I am happy about that. Let's just hope that the tomatoes are lovely. This right here in the pot, what I have figured out is a zucchini plant, so I'm excited about that. I need to pull these parsleys out of the sun because looks like I'm about to lose them. And this here is my Roman chamomile. And I really think that it'll probably do better if I took it out of this pot and let it grow somewhere on the ground. I just don't know where to put it yet to let it spread and do its thing. This is some kale. It's been so delicious this year. I've eaten quite a bit off of it. And I've been sauteing that kale with my beet leaves. And those beet leaves actually taste like spinach. So it's been kind of yummy. These two tomato plants that I have in this box, this one is starting to put on flowers. Yeah, they look a little wonky. This one is just now starting to come back. But I had them in these little bitty peat moss pots sitting over here on the what I call pot row. And they wasn't looking too good, obviously, because the pots wasn't big. I didn't think they were going to survive because I pulled them up out of this bed and they were already tiny, tiny. So I just stuck them in that pot and gave them some time to have a happy funeral, and they decided not to die. Look at this tomato plant here. Somebody needs to get staked up, huh? Since she's done put on to tomatoes. Okay, so now she's looking better. Now, the same thing about the other two tomato plants I just told you. This is going to be my first cherry tomato this year. I'm excited. But this plant, and this tomato plant right here all came out of this bed because I had cherry tomatoes in here, and I also had the big boy tomatoes, but I was hoping that that's what these were, but it looks like they're cherries, which is fine because they are absolutely delicious too. While I'm on this side, my strawberries have been doing really well this year. I have been having to freeze them because I wasn't eating them fast enough, and I definitely didn't want none to go to waste. So I have been freezing strawberries and making a strawberry topping for my ice cream. It's just been lovely. My lavender, oh, it just smells so amazing over here. Let me put this down. Because of this lavender. I'm sorry, not lavender, rosemary. I need to find something to do with it. I need to start chopping it up, drying it, and using it in my recipes. Now, these two are lavender, but I'm not sure what type. I know they're different, but don't get me lying to you. And right here, I know for sure are my echinacea plants, and I'm thinking that's what this is trying to come up. And I'm excited about that. And then I'm ducking around this right here. This is my purple lettuce going to seed, and I need to turn this bad boy. Yeah. Anyway, here's my chamomile. Now this is the German chamomile, and they both was planted at the same time. I've been, as you see here, picking off these flowers because I plan to dry them and make a tea. And so I wish I had more, but I know it's coming. Patience, Tanya. Here's some more kale, and I've been chopping it off. And I got more to chop off before the bugs eat it because, I want it. And my oregano has been doing really, really well. So it's time for me to start getting some of that up. First time I'm stuttering. This is the first time I've grown oregano in which it has actually grown for me. I've attempted several times, and I figured out I got a patch over in my yard that comes back every year that I was chopping up that is actually oregano from when it had spilled over last year in the pot. Yeah, I'm glad about that. And right here is lettuce that I have going to seed. And I've never had lettuce go to seed that got this tall. Like, this is chin high for me. This lettuce, it's right at my chin, and I'm 5'6". So yeah, this lettuce has gotten really tall, and it was so pretty. And I was gonna just pull it up, and I was like, I might as well get the seeds and let the beauty last, because I'm a flower person. Yeah, and again, this is my strawberry bed that is just doing lovely. And then right behind me, guys, I have a Big Beef Plus. Never even heard of it. So I picked it up. This local place was selling them for 85 cents. So this one, the patio tomato, and I can't remember what that one over there was called, but all of them I paid 85 cents for them. Now this Roma tomato right here, I started in the house from seed, and it was like the second batch of tomato plants that I brought out, and the first two I have down in the garden. But yeah, it's a huge difference in how they're growing versus soil and pot. This is a rose bush that I rescued from Walmart. When it first opened up, all the roses was orange, and now they're like this reddish pink type color. Yeah. Now that I'm back over here on Pot Row, these onions right here, they're starting to put on new shoots or whatever you want to call them, but they were looking horrible. And I had some seeds sprinkled in there that has done absolutely nothing. Now this potato plant in the bag has given me heck, so you know, it died off, and I guess I'll toss it. And as you see, this is gone, so I'm gonna pull it. But this is trying to give me new leaves, and I'm like, what are you doing? I was gonna toss you guys, but anyway. Here's my beets, guys, and I'm not a fan. I mean, I absolutely love the leaves because they taste like spinach, but I can't find a way. I've been pulling these beets up. I have some small ones. I definitely like them better small. The bigger they are, to me, the more woodier they get. But yeah, I said I was gonna just go ahead and pull this whole bag up and eat the greens that look like they're worth eating with my kale. And yeah, I'm not real sure what I'm gonna do with the beets. I know I don't like them pickled because as a kid, that was one of the things that I would go sneak and eat like half of the jar. But now I'm like very burnt out, and I can barely take the smell of a pickled beet. It's that bad, y'all. Now, with these beets are my peanut plants, and I have a little bitty plant right here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 plants, but as you see, some of them, these two are really looking nice, but they all got flowers except for this one in the back. They were started in the house from a store-bought raw peanut, and I put them under my light and started them in the house, and then I brought them out here, and they were struggling because our weather has really been up and down. And first it was just like really cold, and then it just got really hot here in South Carolina, and it seemed like since it got really hot, these peanut plants are doing a lot better. So let's walk down the hill and I'll show you what I got growing on down there. All right, we are approaching my grapevine. And if you watch my video from last year, you will see that this thing has gotten huge. Even from my video that I posted earlier this year, doing my spring garden tour that I think was like an hour long. Yeah, she has grown significantly. Oh, that's a vine. I honestly thought it was a snake. Oh my God. All right, let me show y'all what I got in here. A lot of grapes, that's for sure. A lot of grapes. She's produced really well. And what I know is I bought her on one of those reduced big box sales. I know I've said it in videos before, but just in case you ain't watched them. And it was marked down to like $1 and something. I know no more than $3. And I bought it, and yeah, she's doing really good. Now, right here, guys, and I gotta come down here and do some staking. But I ain't used to me pausing the video to do it. Since I'm down here, I'll do it later. But I know that it is probably like 4 or 5 tomato plants in there. I didn't know what was going to survive, what it was going to give out, because it was a mixture of the big tomatoes and the cherry tomatoes. But the cherry tomatoes are supposed to be on the larger side. I was hoping it produced some big tomatoes and cherries, but from the looks of it, they're all cherry tomatoes. But you know what? I'm not even mad, because I didn't plant these. They're free. Came up all by themselves. So I'm happy about it. Now, this is a snap pea. I'm beginning to think that they just don't like the heat. Because at least I couldn't keep this one alive. I mean, it was doing so good. As you see, it was growing. And I made sure I kept them moist and fed. And I don't know, maybe I was overfeeding it. It even started putting on peas. And, you know, it's still, the ends of it still look really good. I think I'm going to give it another week before I pull it. You know, I hate to kill stuff. And this one was looking kind of wonky too. But she's starting to put more peas on. And I have harvested quite a few peas from her. So I just keep watering and keep feeding. And yeah. Y'all, you want to talk about squash? My squash plants have been putting out like crazy. I mean, like crazy. I even gave some away. That's how many squash I had or got. And I harvest yesterday. I harvest yesterday everything that needed to be harvested. But check this out. I have this one. It seems like when just a moment. I need to invest in some of those gloves that come up your arm, because when I get to digging around in these squash and zucchini plants, I get the itching. So I think, you know, something in it that irritates my skin. So, yeah, I harvest yesterday, and I don't like them to get too big. I guess since I got my hand on it, I'll go ahead and pull her. But, yeah, to me, this is the perfect size. And with my call, oh, I'm sorry, I got a phone call coming in, and I'm like, what is my phone telling me? But yeah, I'm about to have 3 more on her that I'm gonna have to harvest. But I got this today to add to the probably 9 I still have in the house. And I did pull 1 cucumber, and I don't know if I posted it, but I have another one coming. And I'm probably going to eat that cucumber that I pulled tonight. And so this is a zucchini plant. And I have gotten several zucchini. Nowhere near as much as I have squash, because I have more squash plants. And that was not planned. I was hoping for more zucchini. But that's how it turned out. And this is a zucchini plant. Look at those little stinking bugs. I will be back for you guys. And I have another squash. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pull this one. I know I'm growing 2 different types of squash. So that's why they're looking like different. And to me, one is sweeter than the other. And I said I was going to figure out which one is which. Those squash beetles got me. I want to pause the video just so I can kill them. And this is a squash plant also that I've harvested a lot off of. And I got 2 coming on it. Now this is the Roma plant I was telling you about, the Roma tomato. And I just walked past one too, but I'll get back over there. But she's loaded down. And she's so heavy. And, you know, I had her staked up, but it's like nothing will hold her. And last year, I didn't like how it was growing in the cage. And then it kind of, I didn't like it. So I wound up taking it out. And so I'm just going to let it do what it do. I mean, it gets so heavy and it wants to grow along the ground. I guess as a little plant I could tie it up real good and all that stuff, but nah, look at here. I've had to get rid of a lot of these bad boys in hopes to keep them little suckers out of here. That really makes my flesh crawl. But anyway, yeah, I have a lot of Roma tomatoes growing on in here. If I had to guess, I'll say 30 plus. And this is my chow pea, and I actually got some coming along, and for some reason the ants really like this plant. And I grew it last year, and it took over my bed up there where my lavender is and my rosemary. So I decided to try to grow it down here in the garden. And this plant was suffering so bad. I mean, it was behind everything. And I did have a lot of grass growing up around it, so I came and cleared it off, and it just took off. Maybe the grass was suffocating it. And this is another zucchini plant. I've been getting zucchini off here, and I have one more coming out now. If it's picked up, oh, I'm getting ate up. Picking up, there we go. And then let me go ahead and get these little eggs here. Sometimes when I pull them off or try to scratch them off, I do mess up the leaf, but it's okay. Now, this was my zucchini plant, and I noticed it started looking a little wonky. And from my experience last year, when they start looking like this, the squash borer done got to it somewhere, the squash beetles. And I got a zucchini that was coming that looks like it's, I think I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of that plant. Alright guys, here's my Carolina cross watermelon plants. And yeah, I'm very happy about this, and I've been keeping my eye on it because I noticed I had a lot of flowers. But I do have a melon coming, guys. Look at there, look at there. She's nice. And I'm trying to make sure I don't have a lot growing on that one vine. So far, I do not. And then I have one coming down here. Okay, so now here's my okra, which had me like really worried because it wasn't growing. And again, I had a lot of, oh my, I'm going to have an okra today, guys. I'm going to harvest a okra today. Look at her. She's a nice size. Perfect for eating. But this was really struggling. And again, the grass was growing all up in there. We were getting so much rain, I couldn't get out here. And so my friend come out here and started ripping up all the grass around the okra. And then when it finally stopped raining a few days later, I came out and I put out some cow manure around it. And yeah, they're starting to stand up now. I'm happy. This bean plant, even though it's been struggling, it's a green bean plant, but it has been giving me green beans, and I have been eating them. So I'll come back and pick these two off. And then this plant, let me get my weed blocker right for my walkway, I call it. This is also a bush bean plant with the green beans, and I have gotten a lot of beans off this sucker already. And this is the other Roma tomato. Now I haven't pulled not one yet, but I do have some finally that looks like it's trying to turn red, but this sucker is also loaded down, and if I had to guess, I would say probably the same 15, 20 tomatoes or more. And it's just growing all over the place like a bush, a viney bush. Alright, this squash plant right here, I've pulled a few, and I'll probably be getting her tomorrow. She looks tiny on the thing, but she's not that tiny, so I'll probably be pulling that tomorrow. Oh, I'm excited about the okra. And then the bean plants I had down there, which was also the snap. No, I had butter beans down there. None of my butter beans came back this year. Came back. None of my butter beans survived, and it was the first time me planting them, so maybe I wasn't doing it right or planting them at the wrong time. And here's another snap pea that I've been getting a lot of peas off of, and she's been loaded down, and she has a few that I'll come and pick today. So it looks like I'll be eating peas and green beans tonight. Probably even chop up that okra I just saw and toss it in the saute. All right, look at there. So I got more beans over here, and this plant has been doing really good. It's actually 2 plants in a 5-gallon bag, and it's been doing pretty darn good for me. I've gotten a lot of beans off of it, and I'm hoping that it likes the situation that it's in last year, because the thing versus what I had last year, because it was okay. I ain't gonna visit it, but I got a lot of beans off of it. I just really had something rigged up to hold it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so this one right here, look at it. I missed that one. That looks no good. But this plant is struggling. It's been struggling since it's been in there. I probably done got maybe 5 or 6 beans. Now, no bird nest today. And finally, my look at these Japanese beetles. Finally, my muscadines are starting to look like berries. And so this is the green muscadine or scuffadine bush that I have, and I really love muscadines, y'all. And this one right here is the purple one, and it did get whacked, and I tried to save it, but it didn't work. So what you see here, the inner, that's intertwining like the dead, I came out and I was trying to pull some of it off, and then I start realizing that it's so intertwined with what's not dead. I ain't want to lose none of my berries, so I left it alone. But one of the stems got whacked, and that's why you see some of that dying. But this is the purple one, and it's starting to look like muscadines now, little berries. This one right here, I bought from Izon Nursery online. This one came from a nursery in Seneca, South Carolina. And that one and this one that's beside it is both the same. They're different names, but they're both the green muscadines, and they both came from Izon Nursery. This particular plant has always been struggling, but this year it's giving me way more berries than it ever has since I had it. But this one and that one is the same age. This one is like a year or a few months. I'm close to a year behind, if I'm not mistaken. You know, I kind of forget things. Now, my corn, I didn't really know what to think, and let me tell you why. Because I had a lot of them that was looking like this. This thing is itty bitty. It's not even knee high. Maybe, 12 inches. And you see it's putting on the corn. And all of them was kind of short like that. And I watched the video, and this guy was like, yeah, I'm just going to pull mine up, because that means that it's a nutrients problem and they're no good. Well, I decided to leave mine and just see what it do. And you see, like, this corn look like it's gonna be edible. That one's gonna be edible. But you know, if they have kernels, even if I gotta cut off an end, to me it's gonna be edible. They're not as tall as my plants got last year. I mean, they're taller than me, but and it's a different corn. I do have to take that into consideration, but hey, it's producing. So this first pepper plant that I'm about to show you is from last year, and she has given me 2 peppers so far, and then I have one growing on there now, but she is little. I have 2, and I try to keep my eye on them because she's so short. So I don't want to overdo her, or whatever you may call it. So I keep my own and try to keep the peppers pulled. Those are a little smaller than I like. I can come and I can pull this one, but that plant, the first one and this one are from last year. This one don't look like it's gonna do nothing but give me some leaves. I mean, it is trying to give me some new growth. I gave her some food. I don't want to kill her. So, and she got this little bitty flower coming. So I'm just going to see what she do. But yeah, this one I can probably come back and pull this pepper. That's a nice size pepper. And then all of these are bell pepper plants. I might try to see if some go red because I believe one or two of them supposed to be, but I'm not sure. And at first they were struggling. I thought it was the sandy soil because this soil in the center is very sandy. And so I've been giving them a lot more food. I upped the fertilizer and they're starting to take off. So I'm happy about that. This is another one that was dying on me, and it's starting to put on some new leaves, and so I really don't want to pull it up, and I'm not. Now, this pepper plant, I've been pulling these peppers off. I really think it's probably diseased or something. I really don't know what's going on with it, but the peppers have been looking a little wonky before they even get any size on them. So, yeah, I don't know what's growing on with that. And here's one laying on the ground that demolished itself. And then right beside it, I've pulled a few, maybe 3 wait a minute, what is this? Cayenne. It's just I can't even say it. Cayenne pepper, yeah. Because I thought I was going to call it paprika, but this is my cayenne pepper plant that I was struggling to say. And I've pulled 3 of them off so far. And no, I haven't grounded them up into powder yet because my tail just been chopping them up and throwing them in the saute with the squash, zucchini, and anything else I have in there. This right here is my Ebony King blackberry. I did get it from Walmart. It took her a minute to get started, but she's starting to get started. I wanted blackberries so bad because I'm a huge fan. I absolutely love blackberries. And then we turned around and figured out that I have a whole bunch of them growing back there behind my fence where you see my dog. And some has popped up in my backyard, but granted, those are wild, and so I'm even more excited about it. And I'm trying to now navigate the lawnmower around the bushes so that I won't chop them down. I moved my raspberry. I'm trying to get my glove off so I can change the camera. I moved my raspberry down there because it was overtaking my blueberries, but yeah, I got these blackberry plants that's popping up down there. I'm not going to walk down there because the peach tree, oh well, the peach tree is covering up the 2 plum trees. That peach tree has gotten humongous, but it's no fruit or nothing growing on it, so I'm not going to go down there. There's nothing really growing on with this pomegranate either, other than it's starting to get size to it. And then this pomegranate over here, it's a tiny itty bitty skinny thing, but it keeps putting on flowers. The flower will open up and do its thing, and every time so far the flower opened up and start looking like a little pomegranate, I would have like 5 other flowers on there, and so it would drop. So now we're gonna see what it do, but I honestly think it's too young to give me fruit. This right here is my fig plant, and every time I do a video, you know, I want to call it the wrong fig, so I'm just not gonna even try to name it. But she's starting to do a little something. The late frost did kill her back because she was growing pretty good, and then we got a late frost. I mean, like a really late frost, and it killed it. And I don't even want to say that it was a frost because they wasn't saying that it was gonna get like below 32. I think it had only got down to like 40. But I came outside and my potatoes and my lemon plants, and I just had a lot of stuff that had died off because of the extreme cold. So, watermelon patch. These here are my sugar daddies, and my rattlesnakes. And as you see, I got some sugar daddies growing, and they are, let me maneuver myself over here. They're getting some nice size on them. This one is kind of small still. I don't know what to expect because last year the sugar daddies didn't produce for me, but this year they're really doing their thing. I see a couple of that I need to throw off, but like this one is a very good sized watermelon. And then I have another one there. Now I told you I have some water snakes. I might be getting a little hot. Rattlesnakes over in here. And here we go. Ooh, and a spider. But this is one of my rattlesnake watermelons. And I see another one back there, itty bitty one growing. We'll see if they get some size. Hey girls. They probably think I'm finna scare some grasshoppers over there. Okay, and here are two more rattlesnakes here that I got growing on. And those are my melons. Alright, so let's come over here behind this chicken coop. I'm almost done, y'all. Then I got the harvest. This here is my cucamelon plant. Never grown it before. I'm looking for the little tag, which I don't see it, so that means y'all just gotta take my word for it. That's what it is. But it's putting on melons. Let me see if I can find one. I spotted one yesterday. And yeah, of course I got the can. Here we go. Can y'all see that little beady thingy there? And then I got another one right here. So, and now that I'm looking, I can see a whole bunch of little ones. So, never had them before. This is my lemon. It's struggling, but it's coming back. This one is doing really well. It came back from the frost. And guys, the last thing I want to show you is my blueberries. They both are bright wells. And as you see, they both are producing. I'm going to have to get over here and pull them. This right here, yeah, it looks like trash, but it actually is, why can't I think? Coffee filters, because I throw my coffee after I brew it down here around my plants, and they just eventually disintegrate. So I have quite a few blueberries to harvest here, and like I said, they both are bright well. This one has been with me a couple of years now, and I was worried because it really wasn't doing any growing, but now I see that it's trying to stretch out. And this one right here is a new addition, but it's still doing well. Okay guys, that's all I have for you today, and I really appreciate you guys checking me out. And until next time, keep it growing, stay safe out there, and like and subscribe please. Till next time.